All right, guys, today I'm going to attempt to fix this crack in my windshield. I was driving a couple of months ago and some young girl passed me in a no passing zone and it kicked up a rock right into the very corner of the windshield right there. So it almost missed me, but I didn't get that lucky. And then the crack slowly spread all the way over to here. And it looks like it stopped there. I'll show you on the outside. I'm on the inside right now, but it's just one layer. It doesn't catch my fingernail on the inside, so it's not all the way through. But I have this repair kit. It comes with this resin. It came with 2 bottles of the resin. And then it came with these little plastic patches. And a tack. The tack is to scrape out any like little bits and pieces if it's like crumbly in a spot, like a bullseye type of chip. I don't think I have to use that, but I'm going to use the alcohol pads did not come with the kit. I just had those separately. So you may want to pick some of those up. I'm going to use those to clean the outside first. And then I'm hoping that there's enough resin to get the entire crack. And then I'll put the little clear pads over the top of it. And it says to let it dry in direct sunlight for 3 to 5 minutes. I'll probably go much longer, but it's a nice sunny day today. So I'm hoping that this fixes the problem. If not, I'm only out like $8 or $9, I think it was on Amazon. So here we go. All right, so here's the outside of the truck here. There's the initial point of impact. You can see kind of like a little bullseye where the rock hit. And then the crack spread all the way over to here. It's not quite to the front forward facing camera, which is right there. So I want to hopefully fill it in with resin and prevent it from spreading. So I already did the alcohol solution on there, and now I've just got to fill in the crack with this epoxy and see how it does. All right, I got the resin in. Sorry, I called it epoxy earlier, but the resin, I've got it in. I tried to get it in the crack as much as possible. I only had 5 of these sheets, so I put it in what I thought would be the most critical spots, and I think that just kind of helps push it down in there and make sure there's no air bubbles. I can feel under my fingers right now that it already feels like it's hardening. I'm not in direct sunlight. I'm about to move the car over there. Sorry, the truck over there. So I have a little bit more direct sunlight because I guess the resin hardens with UV. I only used 1 tube of the resin, so I still have a whole nother tube. So the next step after it dries, I got to take the little sheets off, and then with the razor blade I'm supposed to scrape it smooth so there's no bump for it to tear up the windshield wipers. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so it's been a little over an hour curing in direct sunlight now. It's about 75 degrees out today in North Carolina, so I'm hoping it's worked. I can still visibly see the cracked line. I'll show you from the inside. So I don't know what it's going to look like after I use this razor blade to scrape it off, but I'm going to start scraping and see what happens. All right, it's hard to see from the outside, so I'm gonna go and show you from the inside, but I've got all the extra scraped off, and I'm really not that impressed. So here's from the inside. Sorry, it's hard to see in the direct sun, but the crack is obviously still there. It hasn't really changed that much visually. It seems like a little bit thinner than it was before. So I'm thinking some of the resin did definitely get in there. But it definitely doesn't like erase the crack, right? The crack is still there. So I'm hoping, like, you know, worst case scenario, even though it's not visually better, maybe that will keep the crack from spreading and getting worse. But the kit kind of showed erasing the crack. Like after you filled it, you couldn't see it at all. So that was a little bit misleading. I'm not really impressed with the results, but I'm hoping that it basically slows down any further cracking. So that's it for this. Let me know if you have used any type of product that works better than this. Let me know in the comments because I'm really interested. Thanks, guys.